The Pence rule from a MGTOW perspective. MGTOW Minute. Think the Pence rule is a good idea? Think again. The title of a recent CNN article was called, "Think the Pence rule is a good idea? Think again." Not surprisingly, an article written by a woman, and not surprisingly she's post-war and overweight. For those unaware what the Pence rule is, it is simply a rule that US Vice President Pence follows, which is to not eat alone with women who are not his wife. The author goes on to say the Pence rule is a big mistake, and then references the #MeToo movement, and how it is showing the pervasiveness of workplace harassment. Yup, a whole article based on one man's rule, for how he wishes to conduct himself, and used as a segue into talking about the non-stop stories from the Me Too movement. The author of this article, Rebecca Kaplan, is the founder of a women-led law firm Kaplan & Company. She also serves as chair of the Diversity and Inclusion Board for Vice Media. She is representing a woman being sued by Hollywood producer Brett Ratner for defamation. Thus, her livelihood depends on men who don't follow the Pence rule, and that is why she is against it. She says men avoiding women at work is the wrong direction to go. However, when "you must believe women" is the accepted rule, then men interacting with women at any time, at work or otherwise, are taking the risk that one of the women they interact with might decide to lie to get them in trouble. If you want male-female relationships in the workplace to be normalized, then change the mantra of "you must believe women who accuse men" to something more rational like "you must believe it's possible and investigate and then make a fair judgment after the facts have been established to the best of your ability." With some men reporting that they plan to avoid women at work, the article author accuses them of isolating women. I say avoidance is not isolation. Segregation is. They are afraid that this avoidance will result in less mentorship, to which I say so what? For someone to be your mentor, you should at the very least respect them, and they in turn should be able to trust you. It is simply not men's fault that sex has been weaponized. The second best thing to do is to assume that any given woman will not welcome your attention or affection, and act accordingly. This means that the workplace is for business, not for running a dating service. As the old adage goes, do not shit where you eat. Even avoidance is not foolproof these days, as it doesn't prevent the guilty by perception policy that many HR departments have. Popularity in the workplace probably plays more of a role in these cases than is realized. Are people going to believe Bubbly Susie the receptionist, or Ugly Joe who just joined the company? In our society today, being accused of something is paramount to being found guilty of it in a court of law, and that's trouble most guys don't need. Multiple accusers is even worse, as it further galvanizes claims as being even beyond 100% true. Being accused even one time can have serious consequences, so yes, I assume any woman I meet in a professional setting, or anywhere else for that matter, could accuse me of misconduct. It's not mistreating anyone by insisting we only interact in a public setting. As always, the media is late to the party by calling this the Pence rule. I prefer to call it the MGTOW rule, as it is one of the cornerstones of the MGTOW movement. Save yourself. Go MGTOW.